All right.
I am named, and my light is my own.
Couldn't possibly have seen this coming. That's what she'll say. Isn't it funny how all the rest of us saw it coming?
Hello. Felony Goldfish just redeemed. Say hi.
Goldfish, welcome on in. Alrighty.
See,
Looking good.
infested now.
Daughter, what you got?
Not just
Ooh,
someone's
decent.
daughter. I'm me. I'm
Decent.
Kaylee. Of all the people to name me,
I'll
I
take
never
it.
thought it would be him.
Perfect. Not bad. And we're taking all of them. Oh my gosh. Daughter token day. Okay. Tech.
Isn't my only interest. I'm also interested in mining.
There we go. Also, welcome on in, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Woo!
I can do great things with this.
Yes.
Acknowledge you, gratitude you.
I want that one. I do want that one. I was debating, but I decided we're taking it. All right, and sun. Ooh, good one.
Like a puzzle box. I must have more samples.
I got lots of sun tokens on the main account. This is good. Yeah, I want that one too. Okay, Grandma. What you got? What you got, Grandma?
Let's you and I have a chinwag.
No. No. Grandma. Oh, there we go.
May you have more joy of it.
Okay. That's not the worst. Not that great, but not bad. And I think, yeah, I'm going to start using these along with these.
I'll be right here.
And then buying Cetos.
My foot down.
Need 4. Alright. Restock complete.
Much obliged.
Let's talk to Sun, see how the Martyr Symbiosis is doing.
None.
Martyr Symbiosis is good.
Languished and weary.
Wait, what's my Martyr Symbiosis price? Wait, hold up. Should be
Professor
13.
Nefa just redeemed. Say hi.
It is. Okay, good. Poke's head from behind your nebula curtain. Oh, hey. Hello. Welcome. Hello. All right. Today's a weird day, so I'm gonna go straight into trades because we got a midday appointment. See how we're doing on plat. Ooh. Not the best, but I just got to get through these. Maybe we'll go negative a little bit. Gotta do what we gotta do. All right, main account. I was gonna try to sell these. If we can do this. And then all that is good. All that is good. And this. Going straight into 1999 bounties. You're burnt out on it. It does last a little longer than your endurance. That's true. But I like to take it kind of chill. On the 1999, I only did the daily rep and not much more. Kind of just the littlest bit I could do. And I pick up all the dingle dangle dongles and give them to Letty. And then I use the motorcycle as much as I can because that makes it more fun. And I don't pick the really bad bounties. Some of them have like things like, oh, this is gonna happen, and you're like, no, I don't want to do it. So some of those it's like just skip it. When the bounty has a bad modifier. All in all, it's not the worst. I feel like the worst bounties are on the Theremin. Because it's like most of them are like not, like I just don't want to do them. There's like one once in a while that I'm wanting to do. Oh boy. You only got one piece of Site 09. Yeah, that one's definitely the way the drops are. You end up using the pity system for most of Site 09, if not all. Actually, I got the Noko parts. I got lucky, I guess. I got a lot of the Noko parts to drop. Doesn't say. Oh, that's interesting. Thank you. Oh. Oh, yeah. Felt like I'm dying. The event's over. Nerf the cap out of the drop rate. The Chairman has Exterminate T5 with 6-minute bounty. Yeah, that's the one. That's the good one. That one or the Angel killing tier 5. I can't get his blueprint to save my life. Oh yeah. Don't worry about getting Noko until you get like all the way to rank 5. Because like the rank 1 is like super easy to get, and then or like the what do they call, the one mushroom is like super easy to get, but then like the other ones seem to take forever, but then you kind of like, it kind of like pops. It's weird. It's just the way like they set it up, as the first one's really easy to get, but when you get to like rank 4 or 5, then by that time you'll probably have the Noko. Oh yeah, we didn't have a Noko event either. It wasn't like a special extra Noko drop or anything. You too. almost rank 4 and still haven't gotten his blueprint as a drop from bounties. Uh-oh. 1 Nero, 1 chassis, 2... Well, yeah, so you got a lot of stuff. It'll drop. Or you'll have enough points to, like, whatever. The other thing is, I made the mistake of using my pity points, whatever they're called, too early. You don't want to use your points to buy mushrooms until you can fully max out the entire syndicate, because the RNG will like back you into a corner. So once you have enough, like, you have to do the math and be like, okay, I need this many of this many of that, this many of this. Do I have enough points to buy everything out and be done? Because if you like leave one out and you're like 3 away from maxing like one of them, it'll take forever to get those specific ones. And that's what I did on my alt account, and it was like a nightmare trying to finish it. I had to just earn up the points again to buy the other ones I needed because it just never dropped. Sold a Cora for 85. That's a good price right now. Yeah, nice. Very good. You got your platinum worth. Inaros for 50. Very nice. Yeah, it's a weird syndicate. I like that there's no like daily cap and it's not based on focus. How do I put this? It seems to me, and I may be wrong, but if you give enough focus to make the leveling experience through the area comfortable, then you're giving too much focus for the syndicate. So they're just not balanced. So they like, you could see that between like different areas where it's like they like nerfed the focus in order to make it like work for the syndicate. And it's like, I'd rather them do it this way, where it's like you get more affinity, but it doesn't affect the syndicate. You like my shirt? I like my shirt. It's a hard balance to strike because like higher level enemies, harder bounties should reward more affinity, but then if you tie affinity directly to the daily progression of the you know, it's like, how do you solve that? So they've needed to decouple that, and they thought of like a couple of different ways to decouple it, but none of them really stuck because it was like contrived. I think it was like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It just didn't really sit well. Actually, I wanted to go look at, because that was one thing that I noticed that I wanted to do a deeper exploration of. Maybe we'll go do that this morning before I gotta go. Got a little bit more time. Okay, let's go see. So first was Earth. Oh. Make an alt. When should they do so? That's a tough one. I would say never. You're gonna regret it. I kind of fell into having an alt because I had like my old Nintendo Switch account, and then they were like merging accounts, so I didn't have to start from scratch. I already had like a mastery rank 19 or 20, something like that. But if you did really want to make an alt account, I would say once your main account can comfortably do all of the stuff, like if you have enough different warframes and builds built out that you can do all of the mission types, there's no concern that the new update will bring something that's going to make it hard for you to complete it. That's about the time where you can do it. And some people get there around master rank 25. Some people get there, you know, much later. And then some people get there earlier, you know, because they know exactly what they want to build and what sets they want to play. So they just go straight into those. But it's really more about making sure that when Warframe drops a new update, you know for sure you're able to farm it and clear it super easy so that you have enough time for your alt account. So, and that's also another good point. Like, what daily limits are you hitting is a very good question. Are you running out of trades? Are you like wanting to have more daily syndicate progression? Are you wanting, because like there's so many things you can do on one account to overcap like your progression. Like you could do all of the daily syndicate missions and get a bunch more dingle dangle dongles for the next release of Warframe, or you could get like a whole bunch of steel essence. But if you're like over capping, like, oh, I have so much steel essence, I can't buy more Kuva. I'm buying all the Kuva and all the relics every week, and I still have steel essence left over, you know, something like that. That would be like a good example of like when it's time to like consider an alt account, because you just have so much more time than most players. Okay, so you go out here, you do the bounty, you get the daily progress toward Cetus. And the standings tied to the bounty itself.
Perhaps you underestimate. Beware.
Maybe I'm mistaken. Wait. So the main progression through Cetus was like animal capture was the fastest. And then for Fortuna, it's kind of flip-flopped, and it's like animal capture is good now because they have surface animals again now. Mining used to be like the main thing, but I think mining like went the opposite direction and got a bit of a nerf. So now it's like all animal capture, but then there's also Ticker. And Ticker was a really good source of daily affinity because you could turn bonds in. And then I want to say,
An entire life can change.
yeah, this was complete. This is like a little bit different system because this Cetus doesn't really have like a
Depending on your wage,
turn in your resources,
saves and saves.
get items, and those items can be turned in for
Did you have for a start?
daily affinity or daily progression on the syndicate, right? You can turn in fish, but you don't, there's not a system that's like this good in Cetus, I don't think.
I'll be
Trying to,
so it's me on
no, there's nothing like Ticker on Cetus. All right, so that's like the first iteration. Let's add like one extra layer of progression where you could like farm up resources and then turn that in. And then we had Deimos. And Deimos, I think, has, for the old style, like not throwing the whole thing out, I think Deimos has the best way of doing it. But a lot of people complain still. So Deimos is
Let's see if
every
for each other.
vendor has their own currency,
Don't go getting
and then you can maximize that currency by turning it into this other vendor. And it gets like, it takes like
Oh well, can't
The-
be helped.
like it turns a 10 into a 15. It's like a 50% bonus to do turn them into grandma tokens, right? And then you trade either the individual tokens or the grandma tokens in for your daily, and you can overcap and store them and do like endurance runs and like do farming runs, and like really the only thing is showing up every day and talking to everyone. So it turned like the ticker situation into like multiple vendors, but they all together are basically ticker, right? So now you have a little bit more to do because you have to go talk to each one, but it's a little bit more clear because you're like, I know I need this kind of resource, I need more of that kind of resource. So it kind of helps with the, like, you don't, like when you go to ticker, it's like, oh, I need more of this resource, and this resource, and you kind of got to write it down to like remember which resources it is. But like with this, it's just like, okay, I need more fishing, full stop, easy mode. You could like target farm the specific fish parts and be like, oh, I need more of this specific fish part. But I mean, you kind of just benefit from just going out and fishing, right? And you know, you'll have more turn-ins. And so that's, I think that's this is my favorite syndicate of all of them that use the system for like daily affinity. And I think this one actually was one of the more smooth progressions when they launched it. There was like, oh, you need to go get Scintillant, but like if you were looking around, you saw the Scintillant. Or there was like a, oh, you need to go get this rare resource, but they've actually done a lot of iteration to make it easier to get those. So I think Deimos is like super comfy compared to Earth and Venus, and it doesn't feel too repetitive in my opinion. I feel like it's it's just smoother. And then the next one is Zariman, right? So we got Cetus, Fortuna, Deimos, Zariman, Pulvania. So Zariman is like, it's kind Zariman's tough for me because Zariman kind of locks you into a time slot, but you don't know when that time slot is. So I need to do the good bounty like this one, but I don't know when it's going to pop up, right? I need to talk to one vendor a day, to do my trading of plumes, which isn't bad, right? You need to up trade the plumes, easy.
Thank you. If you have specimens, I'm deeply interested.
And then we had
Come back when you have something.
to turn these in for standing. But if you're just trying to get your daily standing, it wasn't so hard because you get so many of these from the bounties. It's like not that bad. It's like 8 of them here for the steel path, and then
It's funny
that
how
is
build constructs. Sort of.
8 of these.
I'm dead.
So
Not your fault.
20,000 standing for one mission. So it's basically 2 a day if you're like at full end game, which is not bad at all considering that it could be yeah, you're also getting a bunch of these other things and you're also upgrading them with this. So it's actually like almost 1 a day. It's like really, really, really light. Like 1 bounty run a day, maybe 2.
Very well.
So that's not bad at all. And then you can like overcap and save for later. I feel like this one is like super easy, but very sporadically available, right? Really easy to level. But if you want to do the fun mission or the good mission or the mission you like let's say you like doing, you know, Armageddon, right? Now you got to wait for the Armageddon to be one of the higher tier ones, right? So it's like, it's just no matter what you want to do, you got to wait for it to be available kind of thing. And so for that one, I feel like it's not bad. It's just, if you want to do it, you got to sit there and do it and then come back at the right time. And then, so it's a little bit harder if you're like busy doing other stuff. Like Eidolon farmers would probably dislike that. And then Holvania. Finally got all the hex. So you can funnel resources to the main account or give yourself things without risk getting banned. Yeah, you can't have your accounts interact with each other. Yeah. All right, so then Holvania is... You know what? I take it back. Holvania is my favorite. So Holvania, you have each of the proto frames, and all of them are
Need a hand.
vendors where you spend,
Always.
right? And you spend your points, but yeah, it's like you don't need to talk to them unless you're buying their stuff, right?
I thought this would be right up your alley. Fortune parting is such sweet sorrow.
And then you have one vendor
Yes, yes. Show me some. Show me.
that you turn in stuff for standing. So still like one vendor you're talking to every day. Not so bad. And then like one vendor that has your account progression stuff that you sell. That you buy. And then they added this, which is like another separate one. Ooh. I don't remember seeing that before. And then let's see, you got these ones. Yeah, so this is just like a ton of extra. Oh, this is the normal. Okay, so that was more, and then more decorations. Did they add new stuff here too? I think they might have.
I want every American to have access to this. Without secondary fortify, we can't move forward.
Secondary fortifier, I mean, it is almost too strong. It may be the strongest there ever was.
You can achieve everything you want in life. Throw away prime sure-footed, get secondary fortify.
All right, and then okay, so that's all these guys. I'm just trying to remember all this.
How's your collection coming?
Different vendor. Okay, so that's basically it. And so for this one, all you're doing is bounties, and the bounties are like pretty decent standing, like 11,000 standing and 9,000 standing. Yeah, that's not bad at all. So you do 3 bounties, but then you also have the turn-ins from whatever you pick up. And the turn-ins from what you pick up, if I remember correctly, they're pretty good.
Let's see.
Yeah, 2,500, 1,500, and then 750. So, and you get a lot of these. I found myself doing like multiple days where I would just turn this stuff in and be done. So it's kind of like a demo system where you can store up things that you pick up, but it also isn't like too strong. It's a little bit weaker than the demo system, but then the bounties reward more compared to demos. So I think this is like, that was, I think, the best for me, the balance wise. I felt like I was exploring the world, and I didn't really feel burnt out on that one. I remember Necrolisk, I did get a little burnt out at one point because I was like waiting to get enough standing, but that was just because it takes a few days to build the standing, and even still, as a late game player, it like still took a little while. Oh, there's another angle on this that I want to talk about. So
There is so much to be done.
okay, so the bounties here reward the mother tokens, right? So 150 mother tokens to grandma is 150 times 100, right? So you're looking at like 15,000 for one bounty. So these are actually more rewarding than
Maybe later.
the Holvania ones,
Always nice to see
right? Interesting. I thought it was the other way around.
you have the
Let's see, 119. You just add 2 zeros, right? Right, so that's 11,000 for not even the steel path. So this one is like 2 bounties a day on steel path, but the bounties are, I feel like, a little bit more tedious. I really like the bounties in Holvania. Just the game modes. I feel like these game modes like are very similar. It's like to what you have in the normal universe. It's like, okay, this is an excavation, this is a thing. You do have the thing where you like pick up the dingle dangle dongles and where you open the destroy the boils or whatever. And then you have this one where you have to like kill bad guys before the Grenier do. I feel like that's the worst one, because that one has seen like a few changes, but it's still really like kind of tedious and and difficult because they're always shooting so much better than you. And it's like really hard to get ahead of them. But yeah,
Very well then.
they're too smart. The Grenier in that one are too smart. So then I end up doing the endurance run, and that makes up for the things I don't like about it, right? So for me, that like solves the problem, right? Because there is a game mode I can play that I enjoy that gives me all the, you know, daily focus I want, or daily affinity I want. What would you call it? Daily standing. That's what it is. So all in all, the bounties are more comfortable in Holvania, but the standing is better on Deimos. And I would prefer, like I always say, I always want the game, as long as the game is fun, I'll play as much of it as they ask me to progress, right? So I feel like they really did a good job in like maximizing fun in these bounties. Even the Tech Route Survival, you got to get the Hell Scrubbers. The Exterminate, easy peasy. Assassination is kind of like, I don't like it. Some people think it's okay. Some people like it. I just don't like hitting small targets on a enemy, right? Especially like, that's why I don't like Eidolon farming. I don't like to have to aim. Defense mission is the one. Which one is the one in the defense mission? Oh yeah, it's the we're in the holding down the whatchamacallit, the stage. More hell scrub. Oh, and the Legisite harvest. So that one's actually fun. I like the Legisite. I like killing the Legisite. So I feel like these game modes I really enjoy a lot more than Deimos, because they got like, especially the Hell Scrub, I feel like it's such a good idea to have like a central location during a survival that we all kind of want to go back to. Because there's not really much direction in survival. People usually just like go all over the place. But I really like the defense, this one. The Solstice Square. Yeah. I like what they did with these game modes. I think the most fun I've had was in those game modes over Thetis, over Deimos, over Fortuna. Like, it's just so many new things that really came together to make it fun. I did like the Zerman game modes, but not many people like them. So I kind of, or not many people know how to play them well. So I end up finding myself, I like them, but they got some issues. It's absolutely nightmarish to have the Void Cascade glitch out on you. I don't know if that's still happening, but I'm so afraid of losing all that progress that I'm just like, forget it. I'm not going to do it. Blood's not bad, but no one helps. You're like soloing it sometimes. And then Armageddon, like literally no one has any idea what to do in Armageddon. So it's kind of like you're soloing it for sure. And I don't think I've played much of the mobile defense, to be honest. I really haven't. Should we do it? It's an incursion. I'm gonna go do it. Might as well just get some steel essence. Yeah, so overall, I think the syndicates have gotten better and better. I think that the newest area with Noko, I think it is the best. I really do. I think it's really fun. The game modes flow. There's like multiple game modes. You're not really getting bored. None of the game modes are super tedious or annoying. There's not like a forced cooperation that's like hard to achieve. Like they really did like kind of make sure that they were really clean and good. This is like, it's a co-op game that you want to be able to solo at all times. It's weird, but that's kind of like my feel on it. Like if I can't solo it, like it's a bad game mode, because I'm likely going to be forced to solo if my teammates don't want to like help out, right? So when the game mode is like, no, you need to have a teammate doing something, it's like, oh man, not like this. Give me the thing. Oh, that's a key. I couldn't hear it.
As you can see, being a student is the
And there's like this, a prime example. I find all the rare stuff and no one picks anything up. Now I gotta run all around and pick them all up myself. It's like this kind of stuff. This isn't so bad because it's like, I know I'm gonna like be rewarded for it. It's like, I might as well just grab it. But anything where like you're asking people to do stuff, but it doesn't like matter who does it, it's instantly like you're soloing it. Problem with don't like having to aim. Is that why I keep missing? Yep. My problem with no-code bounties is that they encourage randoms to run off and forge instead of doing the mission. Okay, I agree with you that it does encourage people to run off and forage, but at the same time, they're only foraging for themselves. So at some point, you're going to have to run off and forage too. As opposed to like here in the Zariman, where one person goes and gets the things, and then it rewards everyone for that one person's work. You see what I'm saying? It's better that they run off and go do their own thing and reward themselves, and you do the main bounty or whatever, then like they pick up a mushroom and everybody gets it. I think it's better because now you're going to go run off and go do the mushroom, and they're going to have to cover the thing on the next part of the mission, right? At some point, everybody goes and picks up the mushrooms, right? So it kind of makes it so that everyone's like cooperating, even if they're not thinking about it. So right now you're like covering the main objective, but then you got to go run and pick up the mushroom too. So eventually they're going to have to go pick up the main objective. It's basically like if you find the mushroom first, you pick it up and then you go do the main objective. And then everybody else goes and picks it up while you're doing the main objective. But if they find the mushroom first, then they pick it up and then they go do the main objective. And you go and pick up the mushroom while they're doing the main objective. So it's almost like without communicating, you guys are like, all right, I'll cover this, you cover that. Because of the way the game mode is designed. And I think that's way better than like, it's like they designed it in a way where you don't communicate, but you act as a team that is communicating. That's really smart. You know what I mean? Whereas here, I'm literally the only person defending this target. You know what I mean? And no one has any reason to do anything else. They could go pick up those other things, but they're not. So now I gotta go run off and do their homework and go pick up the dingle dangle dongles so that they can get the reward. You know what I mean? They're not required to do anything. And I think requiring them, even if it's like, even if it's not the main objective, at least they're like doing something. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing it backwards, but I like everything that rewards players for participating and punishes them for not participating. Either way, rewards them for participating or punishes them for not participating. And whether that be on the main objective or on the side objectives, either way, I'd like it on both. But, you know, there's only so much you can do when it comes to game modes to like make that happen. I think even the Legicide is a prime example. Like, nobody has to pick up the little meaty treats and give them to the cat, right? They may just like not do that, just sit around, or just go run off and kill stuff. But then you can be the guy that goes and picks up the meaty treats that drop, and just you're a courier going back and forth, and it kind of works out. They're killing, you're picking up the stuff, right? I think when they have like those kinds of game modes really make it a better game, because it is soloable. You could kill the guys and pick up the things and turn them in, or if they want to kill stuff, they can kill stuff and you pick up the things. But I guess you have to go into it like being willing to do any task kind of thing. Yeah, mobile defense is great in here. I feel like the Thrax units really throw a wrench in the thing. And that's what makes it like interesting for this mobile defense. Not bad at all. But yeah, I think the real problem that we have is like having to hold a spot. Because so many game modes ask us to do like run and gun. So the game modes that are like, no, stand here and defend. It's like, wait, no, I don't want to. Have a system. You pop an Orokin eye at the edge of the bridge where it goes into the pit where the enemies are. They do the first mission, then she pops one on the other end of the caves, and we grab them on the way to the second. Then I pop a second eye around the end, and we just finish up the mission. Then forage. Nice. This relies on other people ever doing the main objective. So step 1, find a wife that plays Warframe. Exactly. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, it's great when you have people to play with. Like anytime we have people we're playing together, it's like so much easier, so much better. Tempting. Yeah. I think the new stuff. Oh, I forgot. We had Sanctum Anatomica. I forget how this was oriented. How did we get progress in Sanctum? There's so many different things now. It's crazy.
With your courage and our expertise,
We had bounties, and for the bounties we pick up the we get the dingle dangle dongles, right? Oh, and we get daily affinity. And then we get the standing. And the standing. And then we also pick up the dingle dangle dongles.
She remains as she was, Tenno.
I feel like this was a response to Deimos, because Deimos was progressing so fast. They were kind of like, no, we need to slow it down. And then this one came out and it was like, oh, you only get 2,000 standing for the best thing in it. You only get one of those. You only get 1,000 standing for the second best thing, and you only get 3 of those or whatever. And then the daily, like the affinity for the best thing is like 7,500 instead of like 11,000 or, you know, 15,000 for the Steel Path mission. You only get, you know, a lot less. I feel like this was like when it first came out, I had issues with it, but I was just grinding. I was just like, I'm gonna just grind through it. You know? So I kind of just ignored how annoying it was. But I did complain a lot over how little daily progress you make from doing a bounty. Like, we had to do so much of this. I think we ended up doing... I think we ended up just doing the regular mission, right?
You in the mood for a little... Yo.
We did the Netra cells. We were doing the Netra cells for a while.
This much... Come on. Who am I gonna ask? Bird?
And then doing the Netra cells, all 5. I don't remember how much progress that gave us. And then I think... Oh, you know what? The assassination. Because we had the event. Because we had the event where we were killing the thingy. And so we ended up getting so much progress from the event that we finished all the progression from killing that boss over and over and over and over and over. And then that was enough to get the progress we needed. But then afterward, it was like a nightmare. Yeah, I remember that. So on one account, I hadn't finished the progress yet, and I was just like, oh, this is so slow. Okay, is that all of them? I think that's all of them. Let me double check. I feel like I'm forgetting things. There's so many now. I kind of forgot about Sylvania, and I forgot about Avia. Wait, hold up. Oh yeah, Cavia. Okay. It kind of hides. I don't know. Technically it's Deimos, yeah. The Necrolisk. Imagine like when we get like... I wonder if we're gonna get like another chrysalith like thing, you know? Technically, there's like 4 Fortuna things considering the under thing, but it doesn't have a syndicate. That'll be interesting. More hex stuff for sure is coming. That's really cool. You said hold up in our stream. Had to refresh. Oh no. Yeah, ads break the stream. They break their own, you know, Twitch content with ads because they're trying to fight all the anti-ad blocker stuff. I don't know. It is all what it do be. I think the great thing about it is like it's always something fresh. That to me is most important. Because like even if I don't really enjoy it as much, it's different than like it's new and different. You know? It's like, okay, they made something new. This is good. Like I think Deimos was like super surprising for me with like how intricate and crazy like big it is, and like the verticality and going underground and all that stuff. I was like, oh, this is crazy good. I think that was the one that like was the most transformative, also with the helmet system. And I think that was like a turning point. From like that point on, we got new and wonderful things that like kind of started to like be more and more spectacular. Everyone in the dumpster, yeah. Story of Twitch's life, how it goes. So yeah. Yeah, I think them trying out different things, and then like seeing like the player feedback and response, and seeing like that's the only way to really dial it in. And I think they're doing a really good job of that, if nothing else. Because like I think like the changes to Holvania for the like the Coda weapons is like, oh my gosh, this is so much better, right? Coda weapons are like not even a problem. Like you go and you farm them for fun, kinda, because it's in the same area. You always have people to play with. It's just like a more streamlined approach, as opposed to trying to go off and do like a Granum Void. Good luck finding somebody to help with that, right? You just finished the Hex and now you get the Coda peeps? Yeah. Yeah, I like the processes are overlapping, so you can just like do it while you're doing the normal daily farm. And that made it a lot easier pill to swallow. Mostly because you're just not playing alone. You're not trying to get the right lich by, you know, spamming the same mission in solo mode over and over again. Waiting for the right one to spawn, and like if someone else comes in and you're not solo, then they could take your larvaling, and then it's like, that's the one I wanted, and then now what happens? You know, I don't even know. So you kind of have to do it solo. So it's a lot better. That was my larvaling. But yeah, a lot of times people do like the Granum Void during the middle of like a fissure mission. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it's just like we're speed running relics. What are you doing? You know. It doesn't get in the way of other things. It's like beneficial. Like no one's like punished. There's not really a downside. And it's like, oh, a guy spawned. Let's kill him real quick and then move on. You know, it's not like really it's not like a super big burden. Like, oh, I can't believe you brought your Coda Lich in here with us. We're trying to, you know, it's not even a big deal. selling Hildren for 55. That's crazy. Why would I do that? What about Equinox for 70? I feel like I could do that. Probably already got somebody. Oh. Or not. Cool. You click too fast, sir. Ta-da! My market have Equinox posted. I do. Let me get rid of that. That was my last Equinox. Goodbye. And yep. That's about it. I think it's definitely going to be different if you like try to get through the game like not when the update drops, because like especially that Sanctum Anatomica is going to be really slow. I feel like the other ones are not as bad because they have like pity systems or other ways to get progress, but the Sanctum Anatomica is just like pure cut and dry. Like there's no like overworld animal capture or anything like that. It's just like pick up the dongles, they don't give you much. Do the bounties, they don't give you much. Just keep doing it, you know. But all the rest of the syndicates seem to have like a decent amount of like pity system and daily like bounty reward. Maybe it was because they knew they were doing that event and they were thinking they would bring the event back maybe in the future that they did that. Oh, you know what? Where's the elevator? Wait, where was that? Wait. Where's Jade at? Is that in the relay still? Where did we even go for that? I totally forgot about Jade. Oh. Oh. It's a new node. Okay. Sure. There's just this one node. Ascension. Jade. We got to talk to Ortis. Oh, he can be in the Drifter camp. Or in the relay. Okay. We'll go to the relay. I don't feel like going to the Drifter camp. I need to get Equinox off this list too. Oh, it wasn't on there. Banana. Is it near? Where is he? Is he over here? Is he... Oh, it's only during the operation. So now he's only available in the Drifter camp. Wait. I misread that. So we have to go to the Drifter camp. Which means I have to go back to my... Wah, wah. Health scrubs are like playtime. Is that good? Sounds good. To the Drifter camp. For Zaku? Yeah. I think he's over here, right? Over here? Yeah.
Otis hopes the stalker will nights up
Vestigial moat.
the stars,
Oh.
hush of the trees, the sound of adorable furry life forms murdering one another.
Adorable furry life forms murdering one another. Awesome. So that's like, it's just like one mission. So that's different, right? It's not a syndicate. It's so crazy when you look back on like all the things. It's like there's just so much. There's just so much things. It's wild. Absolutely wild. NF came out with the album yet? I bought the album and I got confirmation that it shipped, I think. Let me see. Looking at my email. A shipment from order is on its way. It just says on the way. Track FedEx packaging. And tracking. Let's see. Accepting all cookies. Okay, it is currently being held before shipping because it's not time yet. Label was created this morning. So it's going to ship soon. Yep. You can pre-order. nfrealmusic.com. Hashtag not sponsored. Let's see. All right, we got a few new shorts he put out. He has one where he's I found out the pre-orders were available because he had one short where he's signing the pre-orders, and then there's one after that that I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen that one. I'll probably watch that later. And then pre-order. Oh, I think the signed copies are sold out. Pre-order. Let's see. Nope, they're not sold out. You can still get a signed copy, or you can get an exclusive white vinyl. If you want to get it in vinyl, you can get the digital album. So many options. It's gonna be 2 days from now. It's the 14th, same day as Where Winds Meet. I looked more at Where Winds Meet. It's interesting. It's got a lot of interesting systems that are like very detailed. There's a lot of depth to it that I wasn't expecting. There's also there's some weirdness that could become pay to win because it's like pay to progress faster, kinda. And in an MMO, I don't know how pay to win you would think that is. I don't know. It depends on how you feel about pay to win, but I don't know. I feel like it could be bad, but I still want to try it out. There seems to be like a battle pass and then a premium battle pass. And it seems like not all of it is cosmetic. Some of it has to do with like some kind of progression somehow. There might be some shenanigans with putting stats on cosmetics. I'm not sure. It's like, oh yeah, now you have 5% more health because you have this cosmetic. I don't know. But I'm still excited to try it out and see. It's free, so it's like there's no investment. There's no like, except for time, which, you know, we got time. If it's not good, it's not good. But I think it'll at least be an interesting and fun experience to try to explore the world. It seems like it's got a giant overworld, like just a huge MMO world, open kind of space, which is good. There's lots of really unique movement mechanics too, where you're like, when you're like traversing from one area to the other, you have like these different like flight kind of ninja mode, like running on water kind of ninja mode, all kinds of stuff like that. That's really cool. And I think there are like different systems you progress as well, so it's not just like a stagnant, you get your mount and now you fly. It's like you have like a new like skill to learn kind of thing. I think that's interesting. Maybe like dragon flight from, although I don't know enough about Dragonflight, I didn't really care to watch and learn how that all played out. But yeah, it seems like there's also like 8 different weapons that you can progress each individually. I don't know what the benefit really is to that. It doesn't seem like there's like a holy trinity of like tank, DPS, and healer. So I'm not really sure what all that is going to be either. Interested, but no idea. It seems like there's a lot of people that have been playing for a long time as well. Maybe wherever the game was made, either like, I don't know where it comes from actually, but yeah, it seems like there's been a lot of people that have had like really early access at a lot of it, so we should get a lot of data information on like how to play, what the best things are, kind of thing, which again I'm torn about. I kind of prefer having like everyone experience the new thing at the same time. We're all exploring together, but Still got a bit of time. Oh, I just solidified plans to go on vacation for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to be out of town 26th, and I'm going to come back on the 1st. So keep that in mind. We're going to have a little bit of a short break from streaming then. Let me see if I can put it on the channel schedule. I don't think I can put it yet. Let's see. I think I just can turn on vacation mode, maybe? I don't know how this works. Enter vacation mode. I can only turn vacation mode on and off. Wait, I can set it in advance. Wait. Boom. Okay, I think that worked. Let's see. Back to the schedule. Then, yep, perfect. Easy peasy. Also, what the heck was that? Oh, okay. We're back. Nothing happened. Oh! I'm gonna go see my family for Thanksgiving. I'm really excited about it, actually. Avos. I'll do 50. The best I can do. I'd love to nab it. Okay. Okie dokie. Warning, I'm on my last few Revenant sets. Should probably turn on the want to buy in a minute once I get a couple more sales. We're gonna run out of time soon. And then if all goes well, I'll feel just fine to come back and stream some more, but we'll see. Hopefully everything goes well. I might be a little numb. Thank you. How's the market treating Revenant? 59.60, not bad. Actually, there's a ton of people selling for 60. More than usual. Oh my gosh. How many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 sellers at 60 plat. 22! That is insane. That's like a whole page worth. I don't usually see that. Oh no! Someone wanted to sell me a Wisp and then I closed it on accident. That's okay. Don't message again. But Tommy Cycle doesn't like stairs? Really? I haven't had a problem with a Tommy Cycle anywhere. Not on my tater top anyway. Possible. Possible. Maybe. Super is here, selling me an epitaph. How are we doing on epitaph? Oh, we're at 50. Nice. Just 10 more. 10 more epitaph, and we're good to go. Won't be long now. My goal is to sell epitaph for 30 plat. So if I'm buying them for 11, that's a pretty good turnaround. Ideally I'd still have like a 20 plat margin, so I can get 10 plat per trade. But it's so stinking cheap. It's like really hard to get a 20 plat margin onto a 15 plat, 10 plat item. You know? It's a tough one. You have to wait a long time. But one day, kids will come from miles around to buy my epitaph sets for 30 plat each. Ooh. The Octavia and Neja sales seem to have slowed a little bit as well. It's been like 2 days now. I've gotten less than before. I still have the best offering, and there's still people selling. I could just force buy it. Neja sets. Also, Neja sets. I'm offering more. Oh, this guy's offering 55 for a Neja. But they're selling for 55. Not bad. Refuse to apologize for saying epitaph sucks. That's fine. You do you. No one's forcing you to like it. I think he was trying to buy a hero for 50. Epitaph sucks. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do in Warframe, really. I'm trying to proc my electric for my gyre, so I don't really need epitaph to do a lot of damage. I just need it to crit, and Innervate does that for me, and then I need it to proc electric. So that's it. That's all I need. They did make some changes on the back end to how epitaph quick shot works. I think they thought it was maybe too powerful for proccing statuses. Because like it doesn't proc statuses as well as it did when it first came out. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. The headshot mechanic is great. When wielded by Sevagoth. I mean, it's got AoE. The damage isn't bad. It's 2,500. It's just one of those. It's just one of those things where. Why is it saying 1.8 down from 3? Why is the crit damage down? I don't get that. But I don't know. Lately, what I had a problem with is I wasn't getting enough viral procs, so I now have to stack more viral and more status chance in order for it to viral proc the enemy. Whereas before it was a guaranteed viral proc on the quick shot. Because the status was, I don't know what they changed, but it's different. It doesn't proc as well as it used to. If I remember correctly, it was a guaranteed proc of whatever you put on it. And I think that somehow they changed that. It still has the guaranteed cold proc though, which is nice. Very nice. I wonder if one of the things that like I kind of like didn't really like and it made me like upset and then I had to like get over it is like it's really hard to know what they're changing. They go and they do something and it's like, when did that change? I can feel that it's different because I play the game a lot, but I don't know like what specifically it was that made it different. It's just not as good as it was in some way. And I don't know why or how. I wish that those were not like just happening in the background and we just discover them. I wish they were like more announced or at least put on the wiki for us to like go look it up and be like, hey, did something change with this? It feels different kind of thing. But I kind of had to just accept it. And maybe it was just like it wasn't ever supposed to guarantee all of the statuses. And it was just like an oversight that they left in for a while. I don't know. It's hard to tell. There might in one of the like patch notes there might be some like, you know, fixed problem with Epitaph where it was triggering all statuses when it should only be having a guaranteed cold proc. You know what I mean? Like, but that's like one line in one update note and they got like, you know, thousands of lines of update notes. I can't. It's really hard to read all of it. And I don't think there's much benefit to reading all of it, but it might be in the patch notes somewhere. One day we'll be able to have AI scrub all of the historical patch notes in one pass and give us answers to questions. You know, I think that's one of the most powerful things about AI is its ability to scrub large amounts of data for specific information. Was I buying Hildren for 40? I thought it was 45. It is 40. Okay. Woo me. Sebagoth, I couldn't remember his name, but kept wanting to call him the Frog Captain. I was trying my Zoran Prime today, and bro, like I have to put a couple of forma to get it where it needs to be. Okay. Yeah, that's reasonable. Another Octavia. And another Ninja. Not bad. Let me spam the trade chat again. Not using her deluxe skin is a travesty? You mean Gyre? Ivara is the frog warframe? Oh yeah? Ivara, huh? I don't know about that. Frog warframe. Is there such a thing as a frog warframe? I don't know. I'm not gonna say. I'm not sure about that. Okay. Thank you. And this guy selling me a harrow. Here's offline. Oh. Yeah. Look at the legs. Then look at their head. She's a Cyclops frog? Rude. Wouldn't also want a Necros Prime blueprint by chance? Nah. Thanks though. Our legs. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? She ain't got no weird legs. Boing. Boing. Rip it. Rip. I don't see it. I'm sorry. I'm trying really hard. I don't see it. She looks like a jellyfish. A beautiful jellyfish. Zaku on Hell Scrubbers. They sent every Toxin and Jade Eximus after me at once for 3 missions straight. Yeah. Thank you. Still offline. Never like said he wanted to sell me something. Never replied. Game says you're offline. Still never replied. So weird. People are weird. I don't know. This doesn't look like a frog to me. It's just not. It's kind of got a lily pad on the top, though. She kind of has a lily pad on the top of her head. I'll give you that. The color expression is really bright. So I could see where you would like be able to like paint her like bright colors and then say she's a frog. I could see that too. But this skirt thingy, what do you make of the skirt thingy? It's very jellyfish. It's very jellyfish, especially this thing up here. You know, and the way it moves. And it's got these like extra dangles hanging down. I don't know. I can't escape the jellyfish feel with that. Her base skin is frog? Oh. This one? Oh yeah, the eyes on the side. This on the side is big frog energy right there. Or chameleon. Frog or chameleon. You know how chameleons have like... Let's see if we can do it. And then like... This would be like a... green, be like another green, maybe an even darker shade of green, and this will be like a brighter shade of green, and then this will be like a that, and then this be like this, like a chameleon. Why is this part gray? Why is this part gray? I don't know where. Why is it? What? It's supposed to be this color. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I could see it. Yeah. I could be a little frog. Little frog doing little froggy jumps. It's the helmet. The helmet has like a very frog skin kind of situation going on. Ooh, a pangolins. I haven't bought one of those in a long time. Buying up the world. Don't mind me. Glaive Prime build? Yeah. EE hasn't made a frog-based frame? Why would they? Ew, gross. Frogs are slimy. They got long, weird tongues. Ew. Look, we're just barely getting into the X-Men warframe, okay? We're starting with Nightcrawler. We'll get there. Just give it time. Thank you. Okay, so when considering a glaive, you pretty much have some options, but there's not as many as other weapons. Okay, so basically, you can take this off. You need sacrificial steel, but you can use a different pressure mod, maybe like just a regular. You don't necessarily need that. You don't necessarily need that. So basically, this is your mandatory build, and then you have 2 fill slots, and you can put like whatever you want in there, and you'll be fine. I like to put Riven and more crit damage. So for me, that's like what I think is the best. A Riven and more crit damage, and then the dispatch, it could be anything, because glaives don't really benefit from Tenno-Kai. It's really hard to trigger it, so you just go with whatever. Heavy attack gives movement speed. It makes you run faster from target to target. It's pretty good. So I like that one. But yeah, I like to have a glaive with, at the very least, initial combo. Initial combo is going to give you that stronger heavy attack. The little bit of testing I've done tells me that melee duplicate isn't very good on glaives. The melee exposure seems to add more damage since it's adding to like the base elemental that gets multiplied through everything else. But yeah, you can go with whatever you really want on that one. Some people like melee influence and they get like an electric proc up in there. That's good. But I'd say like, yeah, there's a lot of room for wiggle on most weapons, but glaive is really just like, if you're not using these mods, it's going to be bad. So not a hard one to build, but a hard one to get the mods for. It's easy, but it's difficult. It's simple, but difficult. Hey, somebody's buying a glaive from the market too. Wild. I like Tenno, but need to open slot. I don't have any extra ribbons for glaive. I wish. I did get an extra glaive ribbon at one point, but I sold it like same day because they're so easy to sell. Cedo. We're just about out of time too. What did I set my alarm for? Yep. Gonna go off in 5 minutes. Okay. So close up shop on this. I got a glaive sale. It's like a bake sale, but better. Boom. 100 plat. Give me that plat. Ooh, someone buying my Voltor. I will stay for this. That was kind of steampunk weapon platform based, but the story was kind of sad and I doubt they accepted it. That frames 4 will be a kiss that debuffs enemies with frog status. Yeah! And frog status will make them immune to cold and weak to heat. We still need Kitsune frame. Aren't they all somehow sad? Maybe. Imagine abilities with the tongue, viral, corrosive frame, and can jump really high. Yeah! Wait, what? A scientist in 1999 was trying to find the cure for his wife's disease, and in his attempt, he slowly replaced parts of her with steampunk prosthetics, and it was failing. So he infected her with the infestation. Bum, bum, bum. And warframes were born. Voltor sold. Easy. Okay. That was a really good end to a decent trading day. Let's see. Okay, so here's the plan. One quick reminder. I gotta go to my dentist appointment. They're gonna rip out my fang and put in a little stubby nubby so that they can fix everything else. So that means I may be back, I may not, depending on how brutal it is. I don't know, we'll see. Wish me luck, and I'll see you guys in the next one.